Hey everyone, it's Bethany from Beth and Books and welcome back to this book note. Today I'm coming at you with a combined massive unhaul and a decently sized haul. I'll put the chapters down below if you want to skip to a certain part of this video. I am going to start with the unhaul just so it's done, a cathartic release for welcoming in the new novels. I'm really excited. The novels I've got in, I'm really excited for. Let's just pretend I've read everything on my shelves, okay? I also just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has supported this channel. We are well on the way to the goal of 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So if you are new here, please consider leaving a cheeky like and subscribe down below to support a small growing booktuber. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Alright, I also just want to apologise. The light, it's pretty stormy outside, but I just need to get rid of these books. They are weighing on my conscience. So, first and foremost, where do I even start? So all of these books I'm going to be unhauling, I will either be donating or some of them recycling. So first and foremost, Will Grayson by John Green and David Levithan. I just DNF'd this one and I only want to keep books on my shelves that I enjoy. And obviously if I've DNF'd something then I haven't enjoyed it. It's not a book I want to give a second chance. It felt really sad and unhopeful for me and it just wasn't a good vibe. So this one I'm going to say goodbye to. Another just random one is the Dante Club. Kind of the same reasons as Will Grayson to be honest team. I started it, I DNF'd it. It sounds like it would have really cool dark academia vibes, but it was just really slow and heavy to get into and I just couldn't be bothered carrying on. The first chapter really hooked me in. There's a really gruesome scene to do with a corpse and maggots and stuff and I was like, whoa, this is disgusting. I want more. But it didn't deliver. Maybe if I gave it a second chance, but I keep thinking about this meme I saw about how if the average person reads 100 books a year, which is quite a lot in itself, then we only have enough time to read on average 4,000 books in our lifetime. And although that sounds like a decent amount, I own at least 1,000 books right now and it terrifies me that I'd only be able to read 8 times the amount. I don't know, it just keeps getting to me, guys, so I'm being brutal with my DNFs and being a unhaul. So after that I have let me organize this, sorry guys. Okay, let's actually lower this a little bit too. So then another one I'm going to unhaul is Cold Hand the Hawk. Now the reason is because on my shelf, I'm not sure if you can actually see it. It's there, can you see that? Just right on the edge of the screen there. I have another copy. This is a copy I bought via the warehouse and my boyfriend bought me the other copy, not realising I had this copy, and so for the nostalgia reasons I'm going to keep the one he gave me, and this one I am probably just going to try on sale because it's in brand new condition. Another random one-off is the Essex Serpent. When I was just going through my bookshelves the other day, I realised I have had this book on my TBR basket 3 times and I never get to it, and I bought it just because it's pretty and I regret spending that money. Up here I have a collection of Mills and Boon's novels. If you have seen vlog 47, I might be a bit wrong there. I recently went through and numbered all of my vlogs correctly. Well, almost at 100. But anyway, I spiraled. I had a quarter life crisis. These novels were not good to my brain, good to my emotional situation. And so they are all, I don't even feel like I want to donate them. I feel like they can just all be, I mean, I got them for about 5 cents each at the Red Cross book sale. So they might just be the recycling pile, to be honest. Another one for the recycling pile are, and I'll go through this quickly, all of the books I got in the latest mystery box where I asked for young adult stuff and I freaked out because, I mean, I'm freaking out right now touching them. They all just feel really gross and they're just obviously not very well looked after, and you guys in the comments were like, burn them, biff them, don't hold on to them if they make you feel gross like that. And so I've taken your advice and these are probably also going to just go in the recycling bin. And The Outsiders is the only one I would want to hold on to, but again, just I can't do it, guys. I can't do it. When you touch the surface and there's bumps, that is not staying in my house, let alone being read by me. The other ones I'm unhauling are also to do with a previous video, and that was the mystery paranormal romance books. I'm getting rid of all of them. I only read 3 of them. So I actually think that one might have been from that mystery box as well. But I'm going to get rid of them, take the tabs out. These are the ones that can probably just be put in the recycling as well. I just don't see people necessarily wanting them. I don't know. Do you think some of them should just be put in the recycling? I feel bad donating things if I genuinely don't think they'll resell. And then like the last, oh no, I lie. I have this one. This one was gifted to me by a friend. But after remembering a conversation I had with you guys in the comments, and I unhauled the After You, which is the sequel, because of how it talks about disabled people and how it wasn't very positive, and so I'm just not gonna read that. And then the rest of them are from the very first mystery book box I did, and the second mystery book box. I have since lost memory of what one belonged to what book box. Just a bunch of books I'm not going to get around to. I think these ones, because they're all in decent quality, can be given a new home. So someone somewhere in a bookshop will pick them up. And this one, I almost got rid of it last time I did a clear out, and I didn't. I held on to it. Well, she's gone now. Any other books I've missed? Oh, here's a kind of hard one. I know lots of people really like this. Oh, this lighting. Sorry, guys. Let's just bump it up a bit. The sun has gone. Is that too bright? Now I'm like luminescent. Oh no. Okay, I think that's better. This one, I know a lot of people like this novel, and for me, I read it during a... can't remember what the theme was, but it was a themed vlog of some sorts, and it took me ages to get through, and I really, really, really loved the premise, but I think I only gave it a 3 stars, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this section of the video, I'm only keeping books that I've really enjoyed or I think are important. For example, the classics, if they've really shaped literature, and I think they deserve a pat in my collection for that specific reason. Okay, that's it for all the ones I'm unhauling. Onto the haul. Alrighty, I will scooch over so I can hold up the books I have recently purchased. The very first one I'm going to share with you was an ARC I have received thanks to HarperCollins New Zealand, and as you can see I'm part of the way through it. This is the reading list, and you're like, girl, you can't read. It doesn't say the reading list. Yeah, as a proof copy, this isn't the final copy, like edition. That will be released to you guys. It came out last month, I think right at the end of last month. No wait, I'm wrong. At the beginning, wait a second. In the UK it came out in July. In New Zealand and Australia it came out at the beginning of August. So it's now, I think, the 14th of August as I'm filming this. You guys, I just called myself out. You guys will have been able to see how long it's taken me to edit this, or how quickly, I never know. But this is the reading list, and I started reading it straight away because I'm so excited for this. It's about a teenage girl who has a job at the library because she needs the money, her whānau needs the money, and she doesn't really originally like it there, but she starts to like it and fall back in love with reading when she has to give recommendations to an elderly gentleman who's recently lost his wife. So it's kind of a sad tale in that regard, but the elderly gentleman and the teenage girl eventually become friends because of a list of books found in a book. And so I've forgotten our girl's name. I've currently put this down to complete a reading vlog. Alicia? Yeah, Alicia keeps recommending the elderly gentleman books off of a list that she found in a library book or somewhere in the library. It's just really cute. It is definitely like a slow-paced read, but slow-paced in a way that feels right for the content and the story that's being told. So thank you very much to HarperCollins for sending that one my way. I just flashed you all my address, so I'm going to do that again. That I have purchased off of Trade Me, and I cannot remember what it is, so it's so bad, eh? When you can't remember what you've purchased online, like bookish. yes, I remember. Oh, this is an aesthetic. This is To Sleep in a Sea of Stars by Christopher Paolini. I remember this now. I didn't purchase this off TradeMe. I purchased this off a Kiwi bookstagrammer who was having a sale in her stories. The reason why I thought I would purchase this book, and it's in really good condition actually for a secondhand novel. Like, for a big book, I appreciate how it just, the spine is already cracked. I actually like that. It saves me from cracking it. The reason I decided to purchase this one is because partially I really want to read it, and I've gotten it out from the library before, but it's really daunting, and I feel like if I own it and I don't have the pressure of getting it back by a return date, then I will actually start and make my way through it. I'm really excited for this. I have Paolini's Aragon series. How the heck did a booktuber forget the word book series? I have Aragon series down at the other end of one of my shelves, and I'll admit I still need to finish the Aragon series, but this one is just really enticing at the moment, and I absolutely love the cover. So when I saw this going for a reasonable price, I picked it up. Let me briefly remove the Read Me basket, and I will keep the hauled books up there so we can see them. That's a great idea. Having a look at here, here's a brand new book I bought. It's Blood and a Hair. Blood and a Hair? Where did it go? Maybe it dropped. Blood and Honey by Shelby Meherin. I'm going to buddy read this alongside Annie and ISO over on Instagram. We chat a lot. I think we've become, I hope she's okay in me saying this, I think we've become good bookstagram friends. And she's recently finished Serpent and Dove, and I finished Serpent and Dove beginning of last year, maybe the end of 2019, and I've been wanting to pick this one up for quite a while, so on payday I went and purchased this for myself. I remember seeing a comment on Instagram when I reviewed Serpent and Dove talking about how one person's perception of the novel is that it didn't handle race very well, and so I'm really interested to continue with the series and see their perspective from things, so I will definitely report back, but I'm really interested to read this. I remember that Enemies to Lovers in the first book being, in my opinion, really enjoyable. I really enjoyed reading it, but I wasn't reading it with a critical lens, so I'm definitely going to be looking at this with a bit more of the critical lens. I'm so excited. Now, the rest of the novels I have here, oh, did I just spoil it? Are secondhand, and I found at the Red Cross book sale. I also picked up some really cool movie posters from there, which I will link to a vlog in which I share those with you if I remember what vlog it is. But I found some really, really good books. So the first one that Tide has found for me is June, the Butlerian Jihad, and I didn't realise that the June novel, hang on, where is it? Yeah. That the June novel had like sequels, and it was a whole series. So this is the classic June, and someone recommended I look it up online to see how much it was worth. This one isn't worth too much, but I did see some that was so like valuable. But this one is Legends of June. So 110 centuries from now, humanity has spread across space and all-powerful machines rule most of humanity. And this novel is the story of the epic war against evil-thinking machines that establishes the foundations of this universe. So if you are familiar with this world, please let me know if it's worth reading this one so I understand the world before reading this one. I'll do some research online as well and see what the internet people think, but I'm really excited to have this. There were so many in the bookshop, I was really tempted to just buy them all, but I restrained myself because I've got enough books on my shelves that I need to start and series I need to finish. And as I say that, I'm going to show you a book one in another series I haven't started yet, and that is Robert Jordan's The Eye of the World, which is book one in the Wheel of Time series. Now, I don't know if you guys would agree with me. Oh, sorry, I just hit you all. I don't know if you guys would agree with me saying, but sometimes the old book covers, in my opinion, are just nicer, and I've seen some of the modern editions of the Eye of the World series. or at least different editions. I don't necessarily know if they're more modern. When was this Orbit edition published in 1991? Essentially what I'm getting at is I really like how the spines of this series looks like this edition with the number at the top, and like each one is a different colour. I'll try and find a picture of the entire series and pop it in here. Alright guys, so I realised that I was confused with my editions. This is the edition I prefer, but when I looked them up on Book Depository, they're so expensive, like $60 a piece. And then the more common ones that you can get for cheaper just don't look great either. So honestly, I think I'm either going to splurge and slowly, like I might repurchase book one if I read it and enjoy it and get the older edition I really like. There's just something about those old covers I love. Or I'll just go for the cheaper but uglier ones, those box sets. I don't know, we'll see. It'll all depend if I read book one and like it or not. Sorry guys, my feet have gone numb, so I'm not sitting on them anymore. But it's a series I really, really, really want to start. Again, thanks to Peru's project. I just find that her and I have a lot of fantasy novels in common that we like. And sometimes when she's DNF'd books, there are also books I've either DNF'd or disliked too. So I just feel like we have very similar reading styles and tastes. Can you have a reading style? Is that like if you prefer reading on a couch or on your bed? Essentially, I quite heavily trust her recommendations. So that's why I picked this one up. I should probably tell you guys what it's about. So there's a world of light and shadow where good and evil are at war, and the wheel of time turns. So time and things come and go, leaving, behind stories and memories which eventually become legends. And this is kind of a key fundamental idea of this series. However, one truth yet remains, and there's some mortal men who do not forget things. So it's quite a mysterious blurb. I can't gather much more than that, and to be honest, I feel like this is one of the series where not knowing everything is possibly a good thing. Where do I go from here? Honestly, I found some really good picks at the secondhand bookshop. Let's go with Veronica Roth. I found The Fates Divide, which is her sequel to Carve the Mark, and I was so happy to find them. But again, a classic book thing. Have I read Carve the Mark? No. But did I pick up the second one when I found it in like the matching edition for cheap? Yes. Typically, Roth is a author I do read from and I do enjoy. You can see her Divergent series behind me. Anniversary edition is so pretty. I'm still gushing over it. I've liked all of her novels except I really disliked. I just disliked. She's got an anthology series. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll try to find it and pop it up here. I didn't like this. I didn't like it. But all of her other ones, The Chosen Ones, Divergent, I've really liked. So I'm really hoping that I liked Carve the Mark so that I can enjoy this. Otherwise, this one will just be another Unhaul, pass on to a friend situation. Let's put you up there, my friend. And let me put you there, and that can be a future me problem to fit you back in. Okay. Let's do this one. This one is The Silent Patient. This is written by Alex Michaelides. Now, the more classic book cover you might have seen is this one. This is one I think of. So when I saw this book cover, I was like, is that the book I'm thinking of? And it is. The stickers, I'll peel them off when I get to reading them. But it follows a woman called Alicia. I'm going to say Alicia because I think I've had a student spelled that way, and that's how she asked for it to be pronounced. So Alicia writes in her diary as a release and outlet, just like I do. Ooh. And to prove to her husband that everything is fine. She can't bear the thought of worrying her husband until late one night, she shoots him and she never speaks again. Then there's Theo, who is convinced he can treat Alicia where others have failed. And honestly, just the whole idea of a mute main character fascinates me. Dialogue is such a huge integral part of novel writing. How Alex is going to get me on Alicia's side, if that's the intention, or help me connect and bond with Alicia, if that's the intention, is really intriguing to me, since the character can't speak. I also picked up Harrow Lake. This one has bright yellow, lime green. Bright yellow or lime green sprayed edges. So Harrow Lake by Kat Ellis. This one I picked up simply because it was a title that I recognised. Let me actually remind myself what it's about though. Classic reader buys books just because they've seen them, doesn't know what about. Ooh, okay. This actually sounds like it could be a really good Halloween read. Let me know if you want like a specific Halloween vlog. That could be really fun. I did one last year, reading novels, trying to freak myself out, and it didn't quite work. I'm totally down for a round 2. So it follows Lola, whose father directed a film which was set at a place called Harrow Lake. At least that's like the geographical place where it was filmed. So Lola knows all about the caves beneath the fairground, the sunken graveyard, the tree in the woods that's hung with teeth. But she doesn't know about the dark past the town hides or the secrets it holds about her family. Now she finds herself in Harrow Lake searching for answers, but dun dun dun, someone's stalking her. And the like puppet with the like creepy face, I am just really intrigued by this one, I will not lie. And then the last pick, which I saw and I might have ran and grabbed it off the shelf. There was no one else in the bookstore, but I was paranoid that someone was going to get there before me. Sally Rooney's Normal People, which I have seen everywhere, and I want to know what the hype is about. I might make this into a What the Hype episode. Sally Rooney, I have never read from her before. I've heard lots of things about her, and I've only just realised it's actual people in the can, not fish. I obviously don't look very closely. I just hear a title and see an author and pick it up. Big pause as I do the classic thing and try to pretend I know what book I have bought and share it with you guys in a way that makes you believe that I know what I am spending my money on, when the reality is I don't. Oh, okay. So it's about mutual fascination, friendship, love. There's 2 people growing up in Ireland. They go to school together, but they're like polar opposites. One's popular, one's not popular. They're kind of jock and nerd parallel. I don't know if that's the right word, but you get me. This novel takes us from the conversation of them as children to the years beyond. Funny, magnetic, complex, trying to stay apart, but they can't. And that's all I'm going to leave it as. I am definitely fascinated. I mean, they obviously get together, right? That's why they're in a sardine can together. Fascinating. Oh, hang on. I should also see what the cover's like without a dust jacket. Standard blue. Alrighty team, that's it as far as it goes for this haul. I hope you've enjoyed the unhaul and the haul, and hopefully editing me has been able to make this shorter than 35 minutes. My gosh, I must have been rambling. Okay, I won't waste your time any much longer. Thank you guys so much for watching and for making it to the end of this video. Enjoy all the places you go in your own reading adventures, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye team. Oh, also, let me know if you've read any of these books and suggest I get to them before the others.